So, you're thinking about becoming a full-time trader. Are you really ready for it? Welcome to Stealth Trading Watchday. Have you ever asked yourself how to go from being a part-time trader to doing this full-time? It's a big question, and it doesn't have a simple answer, because it's not just about your trading skills. It's about your life, your responsibilities, your financial stability, and your emotional readiness. Are you confident enough to quit your current job and commit fully to trading? Take a moment to really think about that, because this decision won't just affect your income, it will change your entire life. And if you're not well prepared, the price you'll pay can be devastating. When people imagine becoming a full-time trader, they often picture freedom. Freedom from the 9-to-5 grind. Freedom to travel. Freedom to work from anywhere. Just making smart trades and watching the profits roll in. But the truth, it's not always like that. Financial markets are unpredictable by nature. The moment you think you've got things under control, the market will throw you a curveball. And if you're not prepared mentally, emotionally, and financially, it can all come crashing down in a heartbeat. You've probably heard inspiring stories of traders making it big, people earning huge amounts of money through smart trades. But have you heard the full story? The sleepless nights, the long losing streaks, the accounts blown up in minutes, the silent battles no one talks about, because success in trading isn't just about having a good strategy or reading the market well. It's about how you handle failure. It's about emotional discipline. And above all, it's about risk management. Let me take you back a few years. I was in the same place you are right now, full of hope, confident in the strategy I'd studied. I truly believed that if I was patient and followed the rules, the market would eventually reward me. At the time, I was still working a regular office job. I traded in the evenings and on weekends, but I quickly realized something. Trading wasn't as simple as I had imagined. Sure, I had studied technical analysis. I had a solid trading system, but I didn't understand how much more was required: emotional control, discipline, and perhaps most importantly, capital management. Those aren't just nice-to-have skills. They are the very foundation of long-term survival in this business, especially when you're trading full-time. Back then, I was still working during the day and trading at night. But soon I began to see potential. I thought I could actually make a living from trading. Financial markets are full of hidden opportunities, and sometimes all it takes is patience to wait for the right one. But not every day brings that kind of setup. Some days I won big. Other days I lost trade after trade. And that's when I learned one of the most important lessons. If you want to be a full-time trader, you need bulletproof risk management. I've seen traders with great strategies lose everything simply because they couldn't manage their capital. Overtrading, risking too much, getting emotional. All it takes is one bad streak and you're wiped out. I've been there. Even though I knew the rules to stay patient, to stick to the system, my own fear and greed took control. And I lost more than just money. I lost clarity. I lost discipline. That's why I always say, risk management isn't just a part of your strategy, it's your strategy. So let me ask you this. Are you truly prepared for the reality of full-time trading? Do you have a rock-solid plan for managing your capital? If your answer is not yet, then I urge you wait. Take more time. Prepare more deeply. Because the market doesn't care if you're ready or not. It will test you over and over again. Are you ready to face multiple losing streaks without losing your confidence? Are you ready for the slow days when there are no clear trade setups and nothing seems to align with your analysis? Are you ready for the market to do the exact opposite of what you expected? From my own experience, I can tell you this. Becoming a full-time trader is not an easy decision. It requires more than knowledge. It demands emotional resilience, unshakable discipline, and a strong, tested plan to protect your capital every single day. Becoming a full-time trader isn't the dream life filled with quick profits that so many people imagine. In reality, it's a long, challenging journey that demands patience, resilience, and a deep mental shift. So ask yourself honestly, am I truly ready for this path? Am I prepared to learn from failure and stay committed all the way through? Once you go full-time, there's something you must understand very clearly. The market is never easy. That's right, even the best strategies won't always work. You'll experience losing streaks where there's nothing you can do but accept it. And the key is not to let those losses drive you out of control. One of the most common questions traders ask is, why can't I win all the time? The answer is simple, because the market is unpredictable. You can't forecast every price move. But what you can do is prepare yourself mentally and manage your risk to minimize the damage. When I first started trading full-time, I faced a brutal string of losses. I doubted myself constantly. Trade after trade failed, and I came dangerously close to quitting. But instead of giving up, I decided to implement one simple rule: risk no more than 1% of my account per trade. That single decision changed everything. Even after multiple losses, I had enough capital left to keep going and keep looking for better setups. Have you ever asked yourself, if I don't manage my risk, can I even survive a losing streak? Do you have the patience to wait for high-quality opportunities, instead of jumping into trades just because you're feeling the sting of a recent loss? One of the hardest lessons I had to learn was that poor risk management doesn't just hurt your account, it wrecks your emotional state. I remember the early days when I was still trading part-time. I was impatient. I was greedy. I believed that taking more trades meant I'd make more money. But I didn't realize that without proper risk control, I was only setting myself up for faster losses. There were times I nearly wiped out my entire account because I had no clear plan. It was only after these painful failures that I finally learned to slow down, be patient, and adjust my trading approach. Looking back now, I realized that success doesn't come from constantly chasing big wins. It comes from surviving, from being able to stay in the game, even after back-to-back losing days. And to do that, you must know how to manage your capital, stick to your rules, and not let emotions drive your decisions. Ask yourself this: during a losing streak, do you have what it takes not to quit? Can you stay calm, keep learning, and keep searching for better trades? The answer lies in your ability to manage risk. When you know how to cut losses intelligently and only take small, calculated risks, you can survive tough periods and still be ready for the next great opportunity. That's why before you decide to go full-time, make sure you've built the foundation you need. A clear and tested strategy, emotional self-control, and most importantly, a solid risk management plan. Because only with these can you face the inevitable struggles of this profession and keep going toward long-term success. Do you believe that with a strong risk management system, you could make it through the rough patches and reach your goals? Ask yourself that honestly and prepare well for the long journey ahead. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like the video to help spread the value. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them so they don't have to walk the wrong path. When I transitioned to full-time trading, I realized that you don't need to win all the time. What truly matters is surviving long enough to catch the big opportunities. You will often hear about massive profits and trading stories of traders becoming millionaires overnight. These stories inspire many, but what people rarely talk about is the price you have to pay for those gains. What many beginner traders don't realize is that making money from the market isn't something that happens overnight. It's a grueling process that demands patience, constant learning, and more importantly, discipline. Discipline is the most important factor in helping you maintain consistency in your trading. You might have a great trading strategy, but without discipline, it's easy to let emotions take control. And as you already know, when emotions like greed or fear take over, you're likely to make serious mistakes. One common mistake is overtrading. You just can't sit still, and you keep jumping into trades even when there's no solid signal. Ask yourself, have you ever felt compelled to enter a trade, even when your system didn't confirm it? Have you ever ignored your rules just to catch a bottom or top out of pure greed? If yes, then you're facing a serious issue: lack of discipline. In trading, discipline doesn't just mean following your strategy. It also means knowing when not to trade, when to stay out of the market. And that's not always easy. Have you ever asked yourself whether you have the patience to endure long, tough periods in the market? How can you resist being tempted into uncertain trades when things aren't going your way? In moments like those, sticking to your principles and staying true to your strategy is absolutely critical. But how can you make sure your emotions don't hijack your decisions? How can you be calm and patient enough to only trade when the opportunity is clear? Have you ever wondered how some traders can go for months without taking big losses? It's not because they're the best at analyzing the market. It's because they have strict risk management and they never deviate from it. Their consistency and discipline in sticking to those rules is what helps them ride out the ups and downs of the market. Have you built a solid risk management plan? Are you ready to stick to your capital protection rules, even through long losing streaks? Because, in reality, profit isn't everything. You could have the most brilliant strategy, but without discipline and patience, you can still blow up your account in just a few bad trades. When I became a full-time trader, I understood something deeply. You don't need to win every time, but you do need to survive long enough to be around when the best opportunities come. Are you confident that you can push through failure and keep going? That's the question every aspiring full-time trader must ask themselves. Discipline isn't just about following rules. It's about controlling your emotions, facing setbacks head-on, and staying committed to your long-term goals. Not every day will be easy, but every failure teaches you something: how to stand stronger. And eventually, success comes to those who don't give up. Are you mentally prepared to face these challenges when you decide to become a full-time trader? Profit is the ultimate goal, yes, but the journey requires more patience and discipline than anything else. You might not see results right away, but if you stay consistent and stick to your principles, your opportunity will come. So ask yourself, are you willing to pursue long-term mastery, or are you only chasing short-term wins? In the trading world, psychology is everything. Trading isn't just about analyzing charts and making decisions. It's about controlling yourself. There will be times when the market moves completely against your expectations, and if you don't have the patience and discipline to stay calm, you'll quickly spiral into panic and bad decisions. You might catch yourself thinking, I have to make back what I lost. But that's the moment when you need to be most cautious. I've seen too many traders blow up their accounts because they couldn't control their emotions. A few losses in a row can make you feel like the entire world is against you. And in that state, your next decision will often be driven by fear, greed, or even desperation. They ignore their risk management rules, trying to recover losses in a single move. And that's exactly how they put their entire account in danger. These are common mistakes, and the consequences are often devastating. Not just financially, but mentally. You lose the stability and patience you worked so hard to build. The market doesn't show mercy to those who lack discipline. You might win a few trades by luck, but without a long-term plan, you will eventually pay the price. Sometimes, just one revenge trade fueled by anger or frustration can destroy everything. Even if you have a solid strategy, without discipline, that strategy means nothing. So what can you do to stay mentally strong throughout this journey? Can you stay calm when things don't go your way? Can you wait for a truly solid opportunity without feeling the need to chase or recover quickly? Are you prepared to face losing streaks and do nothing but wait patiently for the next high-probability trade? These are questions you must answer for yourself if you truly want to become a full-time trader. If you can't control your emotions during tough times, the market will find a way to break you. Failures are not the end, they are opportunities to learn and grow. Are you ready to learn how to stay calm when things get tough? Discipline is one of the most important qualities for long-term survival in trading. If you can't stick to your rules, it's easy to get lost in emotions and lose your way. Have you prepared for the mental pressure a full-time trader must endure? Can you get through difficult periods without losing your confidence and motivation? These are not easy questions. But if you want to be a truly successful full-time trader, you must be mentally prepared for these challenges. Your psychology and discipline will determine your ability to survive in this volatile market. So ask yourself, are you ready? Before I end, I want to say thank you truly for taking your precious time to listen. I know every second you've given this video has value, and I sincerely appreciate it. Becoming a full-time trader is not an easy decision. It touches every part of your life, your finances, your time, your stability, and sometimes it even shakes your belief in yourself. But I believe this: if you prepare well, build a clear strategy, and face the challenges head-on, you can overcome it all. This journey isn't just about learning how to trade. It's about building a resilient mindset, one that doesn't crumble when the market gets tough, because it won't always go your way. Sometimes things will fall apart, and in those moments, patience and discipline will be the only things keeping you grounded. These are the qualities every successful trader must have, and they are non-negotiable if you want to walk this difficult path. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to follow for more upcoming videos. Together, we'll keep learning, growing, and sharing the strategies and lessons that help shape a real trader's journey. And always remember, no one makes it alone in trading. We all need community people who are willing to share knowledge and lift each other up. But before I go, I want you to ask yourself one last question. Are you truly ready to become a full-time trader? Because that question isn't just about commitment. It's a test of your patience, discipline, and mental readiness for everything that lies ahead. If your answer is yes, then start preparing today. Start building your knowledge, sharpen your skills, and most importantly, develop the mindset that will carry you through. This journey is only for the truly resilient. Thank you for listening, and I wish you every success on your trading path. And never forget, every step in this journey matters. Success isn't just about reaching your goal. It's about who you become along the way.